next question is from Noah Warner. And he says, "Hey CC, what's up with these Jews right here?" Well, he of course is talking about these Jews right here. And Noah, you have good reason to be skeptical of these Jews. I mean, clearly, they're pretty Jewy. But nothing nefarious is actually going on right here. The one guy is reading from the Talmud, and the rest are just kind of zoning out. But if you want to see a Jew that you need to keep your eyes on, well, look no further than this kid right here. Now look, I can't say for certain what this kid is up to, but I'll tell you one thing, he's a schemer. Oh yes, of this I am certain. And you know what? I don't know what he's eating right there. It might be an apple slice, it could be a hunk of cheese with the skin on it, some crazy Jew candy, we don't know. But whatever it is, he's eating that thing with far too much relish. I mean, you don't enjoy a slice of whatever the heck that is that much? No. He's concocting some sort of devious plot. And I'm on to him. It's only a matter of time till I know what it is. This mystery is a nut, and I'm gonna crack it! Oh, what do you say? Well, right there, Eden's Cancer says that he's eating a slice of soul. Yes, you are on to something, Eden's Cancer. You might be right, he's a soul eater. Yeah, he's probably one of those dancing Jews that was seen on the rooftops on 9/11. Did you guys hear about that? Yes, very, very suspicious. Yep, that's right, people. I know it's going to blow your minds, but the Jews were responsible for 9/11. Wake up, sheeple! Open your freaking brains and let the truth in. Stop drinking the government Kool-Aid, as refreshing as it might be. Yeah. You just wake up from this ancient slumber of yours where the government loves you and everything is perfect and the Jews aren't responsible for 9/11. They're not only responsible for 9/11, they're responsible for Pearl Harbor, for the Boston bombing probably, Twin Peaks getting canceled, farts, everybody, those are unpleasant. The Jews, they're responsible. At least that's my hunch here. All right, our next question is, we got this question from two different people, okay? So this is a very pressing issue. Both L. John YT and Trady Trev want to know who let the dogs out. Now, you know what? I was pretty intimidated when I first saw this question because men have puzzled for at least 15 years. I mean, however long it's been since the Baha men were plucked from relative obscurity and shot to fame like a rocket with the song that we all know and love, Who Let the Dogs Out. And you know what? I have scrutinized this case very closely. And you know what? The answer was under our nose the entire time. It was the Baha men themselves that let the dogs out. Yes, think about it, all right? Just stick with me here right now. It was an enormous hit for them, all right? And we haven't heard from them since. Clearly, the Baha men let the dogs out themselves so they could write about that event inside a hit song. And you know what? It was the perfect crime because the title itself implicated everyone but the Baha men in the crime. And meanwhile, they were laughing all the way to the bank. And a bunch of totally innocent dogs were let out, became homeless as a result of it, and were probably caught and euthanized. So those guys, they're not just Jamaican one-hit wonders there. No, they are dog murderers. You know, in situations like this, you really have to ask who stands to gain most from a crime of this nature. And in this instance, the Baha men had the motive, they had everything to gain, and only a few dogs that they clearly didn't care about in the first place to lose. So, mystery solved. Now, next we have a question from Gray Watcher, and he asks, Chris's cat, is it true that God is a cat? Absolutely not. No, that right there is blasphemy, Grey Watcher. Just the very notion of God being a cat. And no, it's not because it would insult God or anything. It's because it suggests that there's a cat more amazing than I am out there. And you know what? I just don't see any evidence that such a cat God exists. I mean, if you think about it, wouldn't an all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-loving cat design us differently? Make us a little less skittish, for instance, or make us resistant to fleas? Or just allow us to control our libidos so we didn't reproduce so rapidly and create more kittens than can be adequately cared for? Because, you know, right now, that is the way things are, and that just doesn't seem like something that a cat god that possesses those qualities would do. So no, God's not a cat. There's simply no evidence for such a thing. All right, our next question right here is from, a YouTube internet sodomite atheist celebrity, Zonstar. And Zonstar asks, Chris's cat, does it ever upset you that people come together to fight AIDS and other human diseases, but give very little thought to the scourge of flea and tick infestations, something which your race has struggled with in the past? Well, Zonstar, this is a very provocative and interesting question. But, flea and tick infestations are one thing. I mean, they're no fun. But what I'm really concerned about in this world is this wide epidemic of pet owners getting their cats and dogs spayed and neutered. This is genital mutilation, pure and simple, we're talking about here, okay? You're getting all up in your kitty's woohoo, and it's just so barbaric. Look, what we have to do is start teaching our cats and dogs abstinence. Teach them that the pleasures of the flesh are fleeting and that they can control their bodily urges, okay? Or at least lock them in a freaking room so they can't find something and fornicate with it, all right? These animals, they're having sex out of wedlock, and, they're kind of exempt from those rules since technically the Bible is applicable to humans and not animals, but I don't know. I don't like it. I'm kind of controlling. So I don't want him doing that. So look, I'm getting off topic here. The point is that slicing their nuts off and their vaginas or whatever it is that they take off of female cats, I've never really been sure about that, is not cool. So Zonstar, you are propagating a very evil practice by asking that question there. And next we have a question from Wasabi Neanderthal. I like that name. And he asks, Chris's cat, will the popular Grumpy the Cat go to heaven when his 9th life expires? Or the rapture occurs? Whichever event occurs first. Alright, well, Wasabi, I'm happy to say that Grumpy the Cat is going to go straight to heaven. Because Grumpy is actually a Seventh-day Adventist, and he is just brimming with joy. Don't let that expression on his face fool you. See, he was just born with a grumpy-looking face. So everybody thinks he's a meanie, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, this cat right here, on top of Morrissey's head, is going to go straight to hell for eternity, because he's as gay as the day is long. And if there's any cats listening right now, do not I repeat, do not allow this cat to sniff your butt. He's got an ulterior motive.
Hey guys, got a question for Creationist Cat? Well, leave one below and maybe I'll answer it in the next Hangin' with CC session live.